Hello Horde and welcome to Voltz with John. Today I'm going to be making the explosive testing facility, which I'm going to use to obviously test the explosives that I crafted in the previous episode. I found a remote island in the middle of the ocean so that if anything does go wrong and an explosion does end up damaging the landscape, it doesn't destroy my factory. So the first thing that I need to do is shape the island. Obviously there's water everywhere and it's a bit misshapen, so I'm going to try and round it off into a sphere shape, as well as have a dock that comes out at the side that obviously will lead to the main entrance. But I'm going to have to first shape the island to those characteristics. So here is what the foundations of the explosive testing facility is going to look like. I added the dock to this, obviously like I said, sphere-shaped base. That obviously easily shows where you can enter the area. I still needed to remove a few things that I forgot to do. I forgot to get rid of this corner. As well as I left a few blocks in the ocean that I also forgot to remove. Yeah, but like I was saying, the base is now shaped out and the foundations are nearly fully complete. So now it was time to think of how I was actually going to have it. So I thought I'm going to have it explosion proof, so I'll show you how I began making it. To the base of the explosion testing facility I added a layer of reinforced concrete, and then I began to dig out the hole where the explosives obviously is going to be put. Obviously, when stuff explodes in Minecraft, it goes obviously in a sphere shape when it goes out. Obviously, so it goes bigger and bigger and bigger. So that's why I needed a circular middle part, which is what you see me dig out now. For the idea of this was that I was going to obviously add the reinforced concrete and then get a weaker material each level, so that you knew how strong the explosive was. Obviously, some explosives might only remove dirt, but then others might break even through the reinforced concrete, which I'm hoping nothing actually does. So this is the bottom layer of the explosive testing facility. I made sure that I found and used the strongest material that I could find on Voltz, so that the explosives won't break through. The main goal and the main purpose of this facility is so that bombs and explosives can be exploded and let off in a controlled manner. Now I began to fill it in with compact concrete, which is the next tier, so a weaker tier to the reinforced concrete, but still pretty strong. And eventually I'm just going to get weaker and weaker and weaker, so that the stuff that the bomb is going to be first touching is going to be like dirt. The next tier block that I used as an explosive resistant material was concrete, and this is how it looks. After putting the concrete blocks down, I realised that I can't keep using really blast resistant bricks and materials because it's going to really ruin the explosives, and the weaker explosives aren't really going to have a big impact. So the next thing I used was smooth stone brick. Because I decided that since it's the third layer down on a natural world, that it's not going to be that much explosive resistant to most of the explosives, so it'll be fun to watch basically. The next layer and the final layer of the explosive testing facility is going to be dirt. The main reason why I also use dirt and smooth stone is because it's everywhere. So by using it, it gives a good representation of how much damage these explosives can do to the natural environment of Minecraft. Now that all the layers are complete, it was time to work out how I was actually going to fill up this explosive testing facility. Obviously, I wanted it to test all of the basic Minecraft bricks and blocks so that people knew how strong these explosives were. I needed some blocks that would burn, some blocks that were really strong like normal brick, and some blocks that were weak, obviously, such as posters that explode off walls just with a little bit of TNT. So this is the finished area. I added 2 different biomes to it. I added a bit of snow and a bit of ice, so that I could see how the explosives react near cold, as well as I added a bit of sand and water to see what happens in like desert biomes and obviously ocean. Even added a bit of trees and stuff to see what happens when these explosives go off near trees. The main things that I added were these 3 main houses. One made out of wood and wooden objects, one made out of stone and stone related objects, so there's crafting tables and stuff, and one made out of like iron and quartz. The wood house obviously is made out of all wood, so it will burn if any of these explosives cause any fire, as well as it has posters on what will fall off walls if the explosion goes off even a tiny bit, as well as it has beds as well and torches. So you can see like the weakest objects and how the explosives affect the weakest objects. The stone one has glass in, so these explosions might just break glass, you never know. As well as there's a crafting table, a furnace, as well as a chest and stairs, ladders, that go to a trap door that leads to obviously this cobblestone like top bit. And the quartz building is obviously made out of quartz and iron blocks, as well as it's got iron bars as windows, and this anvil in the middle, as well as an iron door and a lever, so I'll be able to find out how the explosions affect the strongest of objects. Now that the actual explosive testing facility, like middle part, was complete, it was time to work on the rest of the building. What I forgot to mention was in the center, if you didn't notice, there's like a din. That is where the explosive is going to be put, or explosives, depending on if it's rubbish. I'll have to try and work a way out to make it better. But yeah, I'm going to try and make this building into some sort of dome shape, like dome observation area that's obviously safe. So here you can see me trying to work out how I'm going to make it. Obviously I'm going to have to make it out of reinforced concrete just to make it extra safe, as well as reinforced glass, because these explosions could go crazy and like wipe everything out. So I need to try and keep it in like a secure area. So this is me trying to work out how I'm actually going to do it. I want a grand like massive door, which I might make a lot smaller later on. But like I was saying, it's going to be. This is like where people can safely observe the explosion, as well as the explosives like going off, without having the fear of dying. So I'll show you how like the basic like beginnings of the explosive testing facility looks like. So this is what the bottom floor of the explosive observation facility looks like. I added glass windows at the side to let in a lot of light, as well as in the centre I added glass so that you obviously could observe the explosions going off. I tried to keep to like this shape of the island so that it looked cooler, as well as it didn't look too stupid. Obviously you need to be able to see to observe, so I had to obviously make it out of reinforced glass for safety. Unfortunately it's not connected textures, but you can't have everything, I guess. It still looks cool, and I still think it does the job. I had to add stone stairs because there isn't actually stairs that are reinforced in the Voltz mod pack, so I had to obviously add normal stairs. So now I'll show you what the finished building looks like. So this is what the explosive testing facility looks like without any detail. I originally wanted it to be like a really like round dome shape, but I thought it'd be too much hassle, as well as I liked how it looked on the bottom floor, so I had to go with like this tiered approach, as well as on the top. Instead of like a round dome, I obviously went with a flat just slab of glass, really. Kept to the whole like theme using these same steps, and on the top layer, instead of going up another level, I put the stairs to the side and then just filled it in with glass. This is where later I might add some like redstone what they call dispensers, that's it, to dispense like animals and stuff into the area to see what effect some explosions have on them. But that's pretty much it for the inner workings of it. But like I was saying, it looks very bland and boring. So I'm gonna start like adding quartz decorations. So I'll show you what it looks like now that he's actually completely finished and decorated. So this is what the finished explosive testing facility looks like. I bone mealed up some trees and put bone meal on some bits of dirt so that it added grass and flowers. I used quartz blocks as well as like quartz pillars as designed, as well as quartz steps as like this rim around it. As you can see here, it didn't go in corner pieces correctly, so I just went alternative and it went quite well. It doesn't look too obscure, and so each level of the factory I added like this rim of quartz. This is the most detail that I could actually do without jeopardizing the safety of the explosive testing facility. So that's it for this Let's Build. Later on, between episodes, I'll probably add redstone and like make sure that it all works, so that when I test the explosives, nothing goes wrong. But yeah, that's it for this episode. Hit like and favourite if you enjoyed Voltz and this Let's Build. Hit subscribe if you want to see more content from me. But yeah, thanks for watching. Bye!